Ivory Coast internationally recognised President Alassane Ouattara is urging restraint following the dramatic capture of his rival Laurent Gbagbo after months of fighting. He's promised Mr Gbagbo a fair trial and says he'll set up a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Despite the celebrations, there are concerns that forces loyal to both men are not ready to put down their guns. Africa correspondent Ginny Stein reports.
These are the first shots of Laurent Gbagbo as a deposed president. He spent the past week hiding in his bunker, but the weight of his opponent's military assault finally brought him to the surface. And 5 months after losing the election, he's ultimately conceded defeat.
I hope that you stop the fighting and begin talks which are completed quickly so the country can return to normal.
It took more than a week to break into Mr Gbagbo's compound. Forces loyal to the internationally recognised government led the assault, but they were assisted by UN peacekeepers and French airstrikes.
We again targeted the heavy weapons, but it was the forces of Mr Ouattara who entered the residence.
News of his capture sparked celebrations across the country. Some eager to revel in victory, others just happy that the fighting has stopped. Attention now turns to the winner of last year's election, the new president, Alassane Ouattara. He's called for calm, urging his countrymen and women to abstain from all reprisals and violence.
I express my willingness to put in place a Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which will document all the massacres, crimes and other violations of human rights.
Such a commission isn't necessarily a one-way street. The forces of both sides are accused of committing atrocities. The pleas for restraint have come from both sides, but fears of reprisals remain. Forces with divided loyalties are still heavily armed.
I appeal to all my compatriots who might feel the need for vengeance to abstain from all acts of reprisal and violence.
As it stands, Laurent Gbagbo is in custody, while Alassane Ouattara has the task of uniting a country scarred by conflict. Ginny Stein, Late Line.